IHTN Sports.
Greg, here we are tonight on Wednesday night, beautiful night, 61 degrees at Tomahawk Stadium. Getting ready for the opening face-off of the Braves against the Moeller Crusaders. At the face-off X for Moeller is number 2, David Sturgis, and number 28 for the Indian Hill Braves, Sam Markowitz.
I'm not on.
Moeller wins the face-off and has moved it into their offensive box. Moving it around, we've got senior goalie Matt Young in the goal. It's out to number 2, David Sturgis, to number 20, Brendan King.
Perfect.
Moeller has a stacked team of seniors this year, several of them going on to play in the Division I ranks next year. David Sturgis will be playing at Robert Morris. Greg, what's your take on tonight's game? How do you think the Braves will do facing off against the Moeller Crusaders?
Well, the Braves have had a good year so far. They've started out the year with a win over Elder and East, both close games throughout the duration, with the Braves pulling away in the fourth quarter.
There's a save by the goalie, Matt Young, off of an early shot.
Nice job for Matt. Let's see how they clear the ball.
Clearing out through the long pole on the right side, bringing it upfield. Out to number 4, Finley Quibel, another senior who's got wheels beyond anybody's belief.
At this point in the season, Finn's probably their best D-pole.
Yeah, he's been moved back to the close D. Last year he played on the varsity as a long stick midi, doing a lot of transition game for them. I think they'll play a lot tighter. That'll be the key to tonight's game, is the Braves' defense and how well they can shut down number 2.
This is a nice thing to see, Rob. We're seeing some patience right now on offense. Something we didn't see out of the Braves during the East game.
We've got number 12 is
number 12 is Ben Frazier,
leading the Braves this year in points, which is both goals and assists. Ben Brendamore with the ball out to number 13.
Keeping that ball hot, Rob, moving it around, something they did well in the fourth quarter during the East game.
That was Matt Carrier, number 3, with the ball, passing it back out to Brad Collins, who's dumped it to Ben Brendamore. Of note is Matt Carrier is a great football player. He'll be playing in the D1 ranks at the Butler Bulldogs next year.
Braves continue to move the ball around, wheeling it throughout the perimeter, patient, waiting for the opportunity that Moeller gives them. Take the ball and advance it for a score.
They're setting the big man up, Carl Koster, number 9, just like he did in basketball, out there in what's known as the crease area.
Koster's played really well for the Braves in the front porch. Watch him separate himself from the close defensive man and pull him out. Creating that hole for Ben right there.
Nice save by the goalie. Ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll be Braves ball on the restart.
Nice hustle by Brad Collins to make sure that White retains possession of that ball. Braves starting off this offense with a dodge here.
Brad Collins going in for the shot. Another save.
Maybe held it a little bit too long.
Braves on the restart again. One of the differences in lacrosse is that the offensive team, if they can be closest to the ball when it goes out of bounds on a shot, gets to keep the ball. That's a blocked pass by Moeller. We've got Ben Frazier picking the ball back up for a ground ball.
We need Ben down below goal line extended.
Nice assist from number 12, Ben Frazier, to
Austin Schneider.
Austin Schneider with the goal. The Braves lead it early here at the 8:33 mark.
What a quick release. What a quick release with that shot right there.
That's going to be the key to tonight's game, is how patient the Braves offense can be in controlling the ball, and then the defense shutting down number 2 and number 20, who have a tendency of creating movement and space.
8:33 to go in the first quarter. Moeller's only had 1 possession.
False start by number 18 for Moeller. Sam Markowitz with the face-off win.
Braves take possession. Quickly get a touch in the box.
Back out to the senior Ben Brendamore.
Coach McKay likes them to be patient here, work their subs onto the field so they can run a nice, settled, strong
Ball to
offense.
Matt Carrier, bringing it down the wing. Back to Austin Schneider, who's going to bring it through the X, clearing it out to Carl Kostner in the right wing to number 13, Brad Collins.
Rob, as you watch here, they're going to take some time with a soft break. There we go.
Nice ground ball pick up. Here we go. This will be key for.
This will be a challenge here because Moeller loves to push the ball in transition.
This is transition ball coming down the right wing, passing it back up top to number 3, coming down to the wing.
White needs to mark up. We're going to see subs here from Moeller now. Slowing the ball down.
That was sloppy ball work on the Braves' part, causing the turnover. Oh.
And quickly, Moeller evens the game up. 7:34 to go in the first quarter.
That's number 18 for Moeller.
Yeah, that was Nick Saniqua with that goal. A beautiful, beautiful hard shot. We're all knotted up at 1.
Sam Markowitz out at the face-off X against number 2, David Sturgis for Moeller.
Now let's see if the Braves can win the face-off here. They can get back into their settled offense again.
We have Ryan Mullaney out in the wing, as well as Patrick Amato.
Amato's a nice
face-off
LSM
won
for the Braves.
by number 28 with the ground ball. Ooh, we got to get that ball cleared. Markowitz with the ground ball.
Possession of White. Now we get to get a touch in the box.
Bring it up to the 30 to get a touch in the box.
Got his touch. There we go.
For those of you new to lacrosse, in lacrosse, the 30-yard line represents the offensive box. Once a team takes possession, they have a certain amount of time to get that ball into the box to start their offensive movement.
Indicated on the Tomahawk Stadium field is a black line all the way across the 30-yard line. The men's game is played here on Tomahawk with the yellow lines marking the boundaries. You'll see the line, the end line go directly through the end zone, with the sidelines extended a little bit further than the gridiron, than the football sidelines. Nice and patient. Now, when you notice, when you see Carl Costa go to the front porch there, sitting there on the crease, their offense is in position. Now they will start to run their offense. They're going to swing it left and swing it right.
Brendan Moore with a body check on him.
Braves
ball.
really need to wheel the ball a couple times.
Picked up by, knocked out. We have a loose ball. We have Carl Kostner with the ground ball as he brings it back into the offensive box.
There you go. Good job, Braves. Be patient. You watch Carl get back there under the crease, and they're going to wheel the ball a couple times. See what Moeller gives them. Wheeling the ball around clockwise.
The Braves need to be patient on this. The Moeller defense is known to be physical, and they know how to play defense. As you can see, Matt Carrier losing the ball. Shot, blocked, refired by number 11 and out of bounds. Be a restart for the Braves as Ben Frazier brings it back into play.
Now, Rob, I like that initial shot and then coming off the rebound. It is important that the Braves check it and see if it's going to be open again. They may need to pull it back out and play patient. Braves continuing to back up their shots and retaining possession. Nice hustle by the Moeller goalie. Mitch Dupinski is the Moeller goalie tonight. Junior for the Crusaders.
Now their D1 commit, Andrew Cook, did not get the start tonight.
Braves patient once again. We got 5:16 to go in the first quarter. Braves are content to move this ball around. Continuing to move the ball around counterclockwise, or counterclockwise this time. Braves offense is compressed down with 2 guys up by the restrained line at the 30-yard line here.
That's Brendan King with the check to push Brendan Moore back out. We have Matt Carrier bringing the ball, and it's a loose ball. Austin Schneider backs it up and picks up the ground ball.
Fortunately, that was a save because that was a pass. Rob, had that gone out of bounds, it would have been Moeller's ball. Only shots can be backed up to retain possession.
Good point, Greg. Good point. Nice shot by Brendan Moore, backed up by Austin Schneider.
Doing a great job playing the X position there behind the goal. We're going to get a quick restart here as the Braves try to set up. No, Braves are setting up a play. 4 guys on the 30-yard line.
Oh, that was
What the
in,
Braves
Greg.
did
The
there,
Braves just got stole on that one. That one went in across the goal line, rattled around on the cage,
I think
and came
you're
back
right,
out.
Robin. That was a nice play.
Too bad we don't have instant replay in this game anymore.
They overloaded the restraining line. They caught Moeller off guard there.
Ryan Mullaney with the ground ball pickup, running it back down to the offense.
Legs down the
Ryan
alley.
is really
Crowd wanted
great
to see a
move by
Ward there,
Ryan
but no,
Mullaney.
I didn't see a Ward. I think that was clean all the way downfield. Ryan getting a well-deserved rest as the Braves go ahead and sub in some fresh bodies on the field. Ben Brendamore's back on the field, joined by Owen Taylor, the lone freshman on the team this year. Owen making his debut on the field tonight. He's played a little bit in the Elder and the East game as well. Been a nice surprise for the Braves.
Nice save by the Moeller goalie. Brendamore's got to learn to go up to change his planes on those shots.
Yeah,
Quick movement by Moeller. Nice save by the goalie for Indian Hill.
Nice job by Young.
Matt Young starting the clear.
Braves fortunate they were
bring it
covered there.
back to Young, who's going to bring it out to John Edwards, who's going to move the ball up the field, clearing it to Frazier, who's going to get the touch in the box here.
Touch in the box by the Braves, and they're going to set it up.
Taking
Coster already under the crease, so they are in their offense right now. They're going to go ahead and start wheeling the ball. Frazier goes behind the goal. Brad Collins rotates across opposite of Frazier.
About 2:20 left in this first quarter, and the Braves have done a great job of controlling the ball, Greg. They just have not been able to convert on offense.
Rob, I couldn't agree more. The Braves are certainly trying to execute a planned offense here. Their strategy is to own the possessions and work for good shots, and they're getting them. They just haven't fallen in. Moeller.
And the Braves are doing a great job riding on this clear by Moeller, and it's a ground ball by Ben Frazier,
sloppy there.
who's dropped it again. And
Lost
the ball's
the
coming
stick.
out. It's going to.
Got to rake those balls. Ben Frazier had to stop playing when he lost his stick.
Number 19 bringing it down through X for Moeller. That's Ethan Cook.
The Braves send up their defense. Braves appear to be playing a man D right now. Ball backed up. Moeller's Colin Rice with the ball. Moeller a little sloppy up top with the ball. Braves putting on some pressure.
That's Rory Perlman with the stick check, causing some problems for number 18, Ethan Cook.
Eric Reynolds with the ball, rotating the ball back around. Nick Chaniqua at the top of the restraining line. Moeller content to move the ball around a little bit and see what the Braves are going to give him.
Shot, score.
Moved the ball nicely. That was Jacob Rogan. Jacob Rogan catching the ball, catching a quick shot. Difficult shot to pick up for our goalie, Matt Young.
So with 59 seconds left in the first quarter, Greg, we are at 2-1, and it's very clear that Moeller's going to play a patient offense and work that ball around, looking for some shielding by our defenders against our goalie and trying to place that shot.
Whistle
Push on blue, it'll be white ball.
Markowitz takes the ball. Check that. Amato passes to Markowitz.
Markowitz bringing it up the left wing for the touch in the offensive box as we set up the offense.
Braves are down one, but they have to be happy with their strategy so far. It does appear to be working. They're owning the possessions. They're working themselves into good
lost
shots.
ball by Collins, picked up by Moeller's defense coming up the field.
Probably dodged a little more contact than he needed there. Moeller runs a midi back, allowing Eddie Kunkel to cross the field with the ball.
Eddie Kunkel will be playing his college lacrosse down at Bellarmine in Louisville. Nice stick check by the goalie, Matt Young. Loose ball on Moeller. It's a loose ball. Will it come all the way back out? No, number 12 picks the ball up.
That's Eric Reynolds again with the ball.
Ball down. Nice defense by Ben Brendamore.
Eric's had a couple drops there. And we're at the end of the first quarter with the Moeller Crusaders leading the Indian Hill Braves with a score of 2-1. Rob, what are your observations in the first quarter?
Well, I'm very happy with the Braves offense. They've been controlling the ball, which is going to be the key to this game as our defense is inexperienced and they are playing against an offense that's loaded with D1 prospects. Several of those guys are already committed and signed and will be playing their college careers next year at various D1 programs, like David Sturgis will be playing at RMU. Eddie Kunkel on the defense will be playing at Bellarmine, and Grant Clark, who's a junior, has already committed to play in college as well, and I can't remember where he's going. But we have controlled the ball most of the time. I think Moeller's gotten 2 good shots off. They've played a very steady offense when they've gotten it, and our defense has done a good job, but they will need to play tighter if we're going to win this game today.
Absolutely. I think with Moeller's offense has shown that despite their 1-4 record coming into this game, they played some really tough competition, and they have quite the potent offense. The Braves' strategy of holding the ball on offense, being patient, has certainly taken a little bit of the wind out of the sails of the Moeller offensive play and created more opportunities for the Braves. At this point, they just need to work the ball around and continue to look for open shots. We've had a couple. The Moeller defense has been strong. They've played tight near the crease. And they've had good goalie play as well. Both goalies have come into the game ready to play.
I agree, Greg. So going into the second quarter, we need to play tight. Markowitz is having a phenomenal night against Sturgis and the Moeller Crusader face-off guys today. I think he's sitting at about 50%, which David Sturgis, number 2, was actually recruited by our RMU to be a 3-way midi, primarily to do face-offs and offensive work for RMU next year.
And to open up the second quarter, we have a face-off. Markowitz is right back at it.
White
does pick up possession.
It's another win by Sam Markowitz, who's only a junior. He's looking good, and there's that defense we talked about, how they're so good if you put your stick out there.
Amato has to be aware that he's
offsides.
backing up into the play.
We're offsides. We're going to go man down here as Frazier comes up the field to.
Right now, Braves just need the
knock
ball.
We got to get him outside the box, loosen the ball up.
If that ball hits the ground like right
go.
now, the refs whistle the ball dead, and the Braves will go man down.
Now this is just a 30-second technical. So
Braves get their man down team on the field.
Much like hockey, we will serve with 1 man down, so we'll be playing a 5-man defense. Typically we play a box and 1 with a shutout guy in the center. Looks like Ryan Mulaney's going to play that against number 17.
Moeller has moved to a 1-4-1 offense to try to take advantage of this man down. The 2 guys on the front porch, watch them move around and try to get open. They're going to scramble, try to work that ball inside. Moeller starts with a nice wide wheel and starts compressing that tighter and tighter as they move the ball around. They're going to see what the Braves offense gives them, or what the Braves defense gives them. Trying to get the Braves swinging out.
We're 10 seconds off. And number 17, Colin Rice, I believe that is, scores for Moeller at a point-blank range.
It is. Colin Rice got in there. Moeller did a great job moving that ball from X, got the Braves' heads turned around, looking at the ball, didn't see the cutter come through, catch and shoot. Very difficult shot for Matt Young to stop. Man down.
So it's 3-1 with 10:59 left.
That penalty is released, so we're even again.
Greg, that's what we're talking about. The Braves have to control this ball on offense. They cannot hang their sticks out there. This defense will strip them of the ball every single time.
And just too potent. When Moeller gets the ball, it's just going to be too tough for the Braves defense to hold that for a long period of time. Braves need to use every offense. They need to control the ball until they get the perfect shot. They need to make it count. Braves have had too many possessions come up empty since our first goal. Matt Carrier moving the ball in. Eric Reynolds on defense there at midi.
That's a shot. The goalie's going to pick it up. Nice stick check as the goalie came out of the cage.
Braves come back with the ball.
Braves keep the ball on offense. And that's a goal by Matt Carrier.
Braves take advantage of that unsettled play right there. Moeller got a little bit out of sync when they were trying to go for the rebound. Moeller players missed the matchup, and Carrier was open.
10-11 left in this second quarter. The Braves put a point up on the board to make it 2-3.
Nice shot to the outside. Not a great angle for Carrier. He was able to get it right in front of the goal and hit that outside post. See if Markowitz can continue. And again, Moeller's called for illegal procedure, giving the Braves the ball.
This is unusual. This gives Markowitz the advantage on the night against. Markowitz would have been better off holding that ball going out of bounds with it as opposed to dumping it, because now we have a fast break situation by Moeller.
But Rob, when you think of those face-offs, certainly the Braves have to be in Moeller's head right now. It's not common for them to have these kind of lapses. Braves try to get the ball back to Matt Young to try to work a clear. Unfortunately, a call for stepping out of bounds over the end line. Moeller, quick start. Braves trying to communicate. Moeller gets their subs on to run their settled offense.
Surprisingly, Moeller's top scorers have been kind of quiet tonight. They've been getting production from other guys tonight.
Well, the night is still young.
Nice save by Matt Young on a shot by Brendan King from outside the 15-yard line.
We're getting to that point in the night as the sun starts to set where it's going to become a little bit more difficult for that goalie to catch those balls coming from further away.
Nice block shot by Rory Perlman, who's putting great defense on Colin Rice, who will be playing his college career at John Carroll. Another save by Matt Young.
Another great save by Matt Young. Matt's really picking up the ball well right now, but as we shift from sunlight to the lights here at Tomahawk, that's going to change. Shadows on the field.
You know, Greg, a lot of people wonder why the men's lacrosse team here at Indian Hill practices from 7 to 9 every night. Part of that is because most of their games are played in the light, under the lights, as opposed to, well, that was a garbage goal by number 2, David Sturgis, who picked up a ground ball and shot it right in past Matt Young. So we go to 4-2.
Defense held their own there for a while. That's, again, an unsettled situation there as that ball pops back out. Braves a little bit slow to respond to pick up the man. 8:35 to go now in the second quarter. Moeller has doubled up the Braves 4-2. See if Markowitz can continue his success here at the faceoff.
The Braves did a great job playing defense that time, but the longer they have to play defense, the harder it's going to be. Markowitz clearly is getting a little worn out at the X, and that's a quick goal by number 18.
That's what you're afraid of when you play Moeller, that quick transition. They're fast, they're athletic. When they win those faceoffs and our middies struggle to get back and cover, you're going to have a wide open shot. A little tough for the poles to slide when it's a 4-3 like that.
We have to get our wing guys and our face-off guy have to drop back on defense when they don't win the face-off.
You can see Patrick Amato taking the adjustment there that time in a much better position to stop the face-off.
With the win this time, with a pass quickly to Carl Koster. We have a flag.
Flag down.
We have 2 flags on the field.
Looks like Sam Markowitz is going to the box. I think it was a sub. I believe Sam Markowitz he must have got checked there. It looks like he's going to take a quick breather.
And Moeller's got number 15 in the box, serving a 2-minute non-releasable penalty. This is an opportunity for the Braves to go up very quickly. If they move the ball quickly, a non-releasable penalty, Greg, means that once we score, they still have to serve the penalty.
Great opportunity when you're 3 down here to try to get a goal or 2. Tighten up this game. Braves running their man-up offense. As you can see, all 6 of the Braves players in front of the goal, giving everybody an opportunity to score, forcing Moeller's 5 players to scramble and try to cover the open man.
Shot by number 13, Brad Collins, out of bounds. Braves will pick the ball back up to start the offense.
Important for Carl Koster to get back there and make sure the Braves do not lose position. when all 6 players are playing in front of the goal, it is more of a challenge to get there to the end line and make sure the goalie doesn't win that possession. Braves moving the ball quickly as they go to set up their man down or man up play. Ball hitches. We've got a cutter coming through. Braves able to score on that one,
Matt
taking us
Carey
to
with
5-3.
the shot.
That was a nice job, Rob. As you notice, they sent a cutter through. Looked like the Braves were trying to run the ball to the left, and they didn't like what the Moeller defense was giving them. They pulled out, adjusted on the fly there, as they saw the defense had slid to protect whatever play they were setting up on the left side of the goal, leaving the right side open for a goal.
So it's now 3-5.
Nice improv there by the Indian Hill Braves.
And again, Moeller
Smart
will still
play.
be playing man down here, Greg. So it's an opportunity for the Braves to win the faceoff, get the ball. Now we got to double the ball, Greg.
We are going to double the ball here. No, we're not. It's interesting. The Braves have not decided to double the ball. Being a man up in this situation, Moeller is more than
They're
content.
sending Markowitz to double the ball. Saved by Matt Young on a close shot by David
Fortunately,
Sturgis.
Moeller retains possession. Moeller's 5 players on the offensive side of the field content to try to hold the ball here as the Braves attempt to double it and dislodge this ball. Looks very
Ball
similar
down
to
by
basketball
Braves.
trap.
Ball down. We're going to go. It's going to be an even man here. Finn Quibel drew the cross-check penalty there.
So it's going to be a 5-5 even matchup right now while both teams have somebody serving a penalty in the box. Is that a releasable for Quibel, Rob?
I believe so. No, it's a non-releasable. I think that's a bad call, Greg. The Moeller player bent down, causing
Causing the
Quibel's
stick to
to
graze
come
up to his head. Yes, I would agree with you, Rob. There was no intent there.
But you know, Greg, this year, one of the rules of emphasis is any contact to the head is most likely going to get you called for a non-releasable penalty this year.
And the referees certainly are concerned about player safety above all else. Braves continuing to play close.
Ryan Mulaney's doing a great job of matching feet on Sturgis, as we got Patrick
Amata playing tight. Interesting for both teams. Not something they practice a lot as a 5-on-5 offensive or defensive set. So unique territory for both teams.
We're now playing man down, Greg, as they've got a player streaking across who's going to take the shot and score.
Braves did not adjust to that man down situation with the player coming onto the field. The coaching staff was letting them know it's just difficult for them on the fly to slide from a 5-5 to a man down situation and get in that box and one.
So we're 6-3 at the 6:05 mark. Greg, again, defense has to play tighter. They have to get the ball out to the offense. The offense has to control the ball longer. There's been a lot of offensive change of possessions in this second half. That speed plays to Moeller's favor as opposed to Indian Hill's favor tonight.
And we're back to a 3-goal deficit, which is where we were when Moeller got the first penalty. Because that's non-releasable, the Braves continue to play man down. Hopefully Markowitz can pick up the faceoff here, and the Braves will be able to stall some time.
Braves get it on another false start by...
That's really just a bad mental error by the Crusaders. Braves do need to advance the ball. Moeller quickly realizing they've got a man-up situation and choose to double. Coach McKay recognizes that we need to advance the ball and calls the timeout. Moeller seems to be pleased they've been able to get that 3-goal lead back, but still a lot of time to go in the second quarter with 5:56 to go. At this point, Rob, what do you think Coach McKay is telling his Braves?
Well, he's going to probably implement something where they run the ball back to X, bring the ball back and forth until the penalty expires, and then try to bring it back out and run a settled offense.
Be nice to see them take advantage of that even situation coming on. See if they can catch Moeller in an unsettled, trying to move from a man-up defense to an even play.
But the Braves should be proud of how they're playing. Again, experience-wise, we're pretty young on the defensive side of the ball. We're missing a couple key players. Michael Hamilton is injured and will not return this year. He was probably the #1 defender returning this year for the Braves, and he is out for the remainder of the season with an ACL tear that happened in a scrimmage against Lakota East.
Braves are deep, though. Braves have 15 seniors this year, I believe, and
14 of them.
14 seniors, and they've got a lot of experience on that team. A lot of depth coming off the bench that's played on this very field for the last 4 years. And they're going to need it as this game goes into the third and fourth quarters tonight, especially moving up and down the field in transition. Braves looking to move the ball into the box.
Our one-man clearing machine. As I said, McKay's going to have him run it through.
When you can't wheel the ball, just run the ball, right?
Carrier's lost the ball.
Braves are in position to recover.
And it's a shot, and the Braves score on man down.
And that is so disheartening for the Moeller Crusaders. When you are man up and you give up a goal, that really takes the wind out of your sails. Great job by Indian Hill to seize that opportunity.
Matt Carrier lost the ball, but Austin Schneider had a great ground ball pickup. The defense doesn't pick him up. He sneaks right in, gets a free shot on the goalie. And in a one-on-one situation, a goalie never stands a chance against a good shooter like Austin Schneider.
And great poise by Austin Schneider. That's exactly what we're talking about with those seniors on the field. To recognize that it's a loose ball, pick it up, look for the opportunity to score.
Now, we still are man down. I think this penalty expires around the 5:20 mark, but I'm not 100% sure on that, Greg.
Braves win another face-off. Markowitz is having a career night. Again, Braves still man down, so looking to hold the ball. Moeller playing tight, but not so quick to double. I think a little bit concerned that they're not going to
Braves
give up
turn the ball over, throwing it out of bounds. Again, doubling the ball.
Important to pull that ball up right to your helmet.
We're man down. They're moving the ball quickly up the field.
Braves settling into their man down defense right now. Set up a box. Moeller
calls a timeout.
Moeller chooses to call a timeout there. I think not happy with how aggressive he wanted his players to be as they move downfield and take advantage of that man-up situation. So the Braves are going to go ahead and use this timeout to set up how they want to hold the man-down defense. We've had a couple opportunities here to see what Moeller's going to run in their man-up. Coach McKay certainly talking to the players about tendencies to look for here to make sure that if Moeller is successful, they're not able to run the same play. Let's see what else the Moeller Crusaders have in their playbook that they're going to try to run against our man down.
You know, Greg, if we can hold Moeller here on a man down, with us being man down, it would be a huge confidence boost to this defense.
You know, absolutely, and it's still a tight game. And the Braves have had double digits both their previous games in goals, so they're not concerned about scoring additional goals today. They know they're going to do it. The secret lies in being able to stop that Moeller offense, and if they can stop them in a man down situation, it's certainly going to be a morale booster for the boys in white. Moeller comes on the field.
Correct.
Braves go ahead and man up.
You're starting right down here. Number 2, David Surges starting the ball off to Brendan King.
Referee whistles the ball.
Now Moeller's going to do what we call wheeling it around, trying to just tighten the noose on the Braves defense.
They really want to see how much the Braves are going to give them. How tight are they going to play protecting the front of that goal? And the tighter they allow Moeller to get in, Moeller's going to take every inch they get.
Knockdown ball by number 6.
Moeller try to skip
Matt
past
Young
there.
With the clear out to the midi. Here goes Markowitz. He's got to watch his stick. He's got to balls down. Carl
Koster's going to be able to pick that up. He can come back out of the box here. We've already got our touch.
We're all even up here.
We are even here, and Markowitz really running fast there for as many minutes as he's had on the field so far today, Rob.
Greg, that was a huge stop for the Braves with a successful clear eliminating that man down situation. We're at 4:16 left in the game.
That's a challenge for Moeller, you know, as they try to compress around that Indian Hill defense. Challenge.
Another score by Ben Frazier off the assist from Bradley Collins.
And that's Ben Frazier's sweet spot right there. If he can get open with some time and room, he's going to make you pay. He's going to be able to hit the goalie on the inside pipe and the outside pipe. It really is a nice shot.
You do not want to give Ben Frazier room at all. And you definitely don't want to have a short stick on him.
And previous opponents have realized that, and they've actually started doubling Ben over there. But as we've seen today, the Braves are not afraid to move the ball around and have multiple weapons.
That face-off's won by number 18, Nick
Markowitz
Sequenta.
able to get that ball where he wanted it. He just got he got shielded as he went in there. Nick was able to come up with the ball. Now this is important here. Braves have actually looked stronger in their man down. They seem to be communicating and be a little bit more active. Let's see now that we're even how we're going to do. Colin Rice calling for the ball.
Out to number
Moves
12,
it around.
out to number 18, Nick Sequenta.
Eric Reynolds has played well today. Eric calling for the ball.
Got to push him out.
See Grady Quinn moving into the crease there. Grady Quinn open a couple times.
Nice defense by Ryan Mullaney as we keep shutting down the lanes for Moeller. Colin Rice is looking for a pass to number 12, who's got into the inside, who's thrown the ball away. That's going to be a pass. Should be Braves ball, and it is.
Tough pass to make right there. Probably had too many guys in front of the goal for Moeller. Made it a little bit of a challenge to drive and dump.
Markowitz going to try to clear this ball on a one-man clear as he runs up the sideline.
Braves well conditioned so far this season. Pearson, Coach McKay.
Coach McKay got the timeout called. Coach McKay got his timeout before Markowitz got knocked out of bounds. You know, I love what Markowitz did, though. He learned from his previous mistake, and he held on to that ball as he went out of bounds, not giving Moeller a quick turnaround goal.
Absolutely, but the Braves are going to have to come up with a clear strategy to move that ball upfield in transition without Markowitz just running the ball 60 yards downfield. They need him on the field too much. They need him for face-offs, and they're just going to the wear and tear he's going to get running that ball by himself up and down in transition is going to be great.
Yeah, this Braves team is short 3 seniors right now. They're short Zach Schneider, Jimmy Salamini, and Michael Hamilton. When 2 of those 3 seniors come back, this offense is even going to be more potent, as Jimmy Salamini has been clocked at 98 miles an hour before Greg and has a laser on his shots into the goal if he gets room and time.
Matt Young calling his deep holes back, setting up what he wants to see on defense. If and when the Braves turn over the ball again. We've got 2:49 to go in the half, and I'll tell you, I think Coach McKay would be happy if the Braves took all 2:49 and set themselves up for a good opportunity to score.
Matt Carrier here is
Moeller going to triple team the ball.
And they're going to bring it back to the long pole, who's going to clear it probably through Young.
I would imagine
the goalie position.
I would imagine that's what Matt Young was talking about as he pulled his deep holes back, is what he wanted to see them do so they can move this ball up in transition.
Who's very capable of handling the ball and bringing the ball up.
Surprisingly.
And we get a good clear with Frazier with the ball. Room and time. Is he going to take the shot? He does, and it's wide, but we don't have anybody back in the back to back it up. So the ball turns over to Moeller. That's not good.
I like that shot, but Carl Koster's got to get back.
Yeah.
He's got to have that shot backed up.
Carl just got beat by wheels there. Carl's not known for his wheels.
And Carl knows. Everybody knew that Frazier was going to take that shot coming in with time and room. That's his sweet spot.
So
Braves doing a little bit of pressure, trying to slow the ball down in transition as we approach the 2-minute mark in the first half. Braves have settled back into their settled offense.
Number 3 is going to clear it out. They're trying to get the feed and dump, and great defense by number 4. That's going to be a cross check by Moeller, I believe.
Zach Warner had a nice drawn dump there, but Moeller pulled the ball back out. Now it is the call going against the Braves. Call's going against the Braves. Is that Matt Carrier?
1 minute on Mac. Now it looks like the call's on Finn Quibel again.
Finn Quibel, okay. They're sending the pole out, bringing We're going to pull back in. Braves running their 4 long poles with the shorty in the middle. Yeah, is that Ryan Maloney in the middle?
That is Ryan Mulaney.
Yeah.
He's done a great job
So
on that crease spot.
Mulaney's sitting there watching the 2 Crusaders that are popping around on either side of him. Moeller's alternated between running a 1-4-1 and their traditional offense, and they were able to score there from the outside.
That's a tough shot for a goalie. Off stick, low.
You know it is, and Colin Rice has been there. He's been watching that to see where that spot's going to open up all night long. He saw the window of opportunity, and he took it. Matt Young still playing fine in the crease. Rob, would you like to see the defense a little bit more aggressive there? Especially as the Crusaders start to push it in tighter and tighter in the box?
They just have to be careful not to get out of position. You got to rely on that second slide a lot. Markowitz picks the ball up and beats Moeller again on the faceoff. Markowitz is having a great night at the faceoff.
Markowitz a little disappointed on that quick start that the referee did not give it to him. Trying to get the ball up to the box. 1:25 to go in the first half.
Braves down by 2. That's not good. That's not good.
No, that's
sloppy play by
that's
the senior.
sloppy. That's tired play. You're in the at the end of the first half.
Rory Perlman with the pickup gets it back to his
Comfortably
goalie,
gets the ball
gets
back.
It out to Finn Quibel, who's capable of clearing to Matt Carrier.
Now Mac's going to go ahead and run through.
It looks like he's jogging, but he just passes everybody by. The man is fast.
Yeah, I would not want to be a long pole trying to guard him in transition, Rob. Moeller settled down knowing that the Braves are going to hold it
shot
up.
and goal. Bringing
Nice
this game
job.
back to a 1-point game
50
with 40.
seconds to go in the half. Nice job there by the Braves. I think Moeller thought they were going to hold the ball.
I think so.
I think they thought they were going to hold the ball and work for the last second shot, and Braves recognized they were giving it to him. Went ahead and moved the ball in tight, took the shot.
That's a good confidence booster for Brendan Moore. That was a great shot, nice bounce shot. The goalie had no chance of stopping that shot.
You know, Mitch Napinski's done a fine job there in the crease, but you know, with the Braves moving the ball around, he's had trouble catching it. I mean, they've had some nice goals from near and from outside.
False start by Moeller.
Something
must be in these guys' head.
Well, the Moeller coaching staff's going to have to address that at halftime. They cannot continue to stay in this game and lose every face-off.
Brendan Moore's going to press. He's going to press. He's going to try to make this roll and get into
Braves
his sweet spot. He's going to bring it out to Brendan Moore.
Plenty of time left. Braves still have 30 seconds to go in the half.
They're bringing out the offensive firepower with Carrier coming back on the field, who's had some nice goals this year. Most people know him as a defensive midi, but he's been nice setup from Frazier to Collins.
And everybody here at Tomahawk Stadium thought Frazier was going to take that shot. Seeing Collins come across the crease was a nice play. Frazier picked up by 3 Crusaders.
Ground ball.
5 seconds to go on the clock.
3, 2, it's going to be out of bounds.
I think they're going to go ahead and call half.
They're going to go ahead and end the half. The score 6 Braves, Moeller 7. This is going to be a high-scoring game, which is going to cause problems for both teams as the defense is on both sides.
Coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network is a presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department. The Video Department provides the community with educational and school-focused programming through the facilities of the ICRC.
Braves are down by 1, 6-7 against the Moeller Crusaders. Sam Markowitz had a great first half at the face-off X. Let's see if he can continue it here in the second half. Looks like Sturgis has made some adjustments, and he wins that face-off.
So, Rob, what do you think the Moeller coaching staff told the Crusaders while they were in at halftime?
Well, Moeller has a new coach, Sean McGinnis, who moved down here from Columbus to coach the Crusaders. And Indian Hill also has a new coaching staff, and Tim McKay and everybody except for Ryan Murray is brand new. So I would guess that he told them to be more patient, to force the defense to make mistakes. I think we're going to see more More movement, and there's another mistake by Moeller. Finn Quibel with the ground ball, bringing it up the field for the
Quibel
clear.
is fast, Rob. Deceivingly fast he comes on the field.
Bad pass.
Tried to force that pass. Ball stays on the surface. Again,
Austin
nice hustle.
Schneider gets the hustle and gets the ground ball.
You mentioned earlier, Rob, we're going to see Zach back on the field here shortly. Austin and Zach, a great tandem when they're on the field.
You know, this is, St. X players are here tonight to scout both these teams. And, for our Ben Frazier with the score.
That is
and this is a brand new game. We're tied at 7-7 with 10:38 to go in the third quarter.
That is a tough out for that goalie. Getting Frazier in the first time, he steps in an extra 3 yards. It's money. It's money in the bag.
I think Coach McKay told his players, let's step it up, let's take it to them. Because their defense, even though they've got 3 Division I signees on that team, are not playing like a Division I defense at all.
And I'll tell you, the athletic director here at Indian Hill, Jeff Sigdron, could not be happier with the current coaching staff. Coming out, as you mentioned, with the exception of Coach Murray, the rest of the staff brand new, and opening up the season with a couple wins against a couple Division I programs. And now we've got a tie ball game early in the second half.
That's going to be a false start on.
Markowitz gets the ball again. Moeller gets called for the false start.
And the Braves are back on offense. Greg, let's see if they can be patient. Moeller's going to probably press our offense, especially knowing that we, one of the things I don't know if you've noticed, Greg, is we run a defensive set of middies and an offensive set of middies. And I think Moeller's recognized that at the coaching staff and is probably going to have his defense on those face-offs or any transition game when we try to sub is going to push the pace on defense on our guys.
Moeller's setting up their offense. Look at how they set this up.
Matt Carrier drops the ball and stick, but he picks his stick up, gets the ground ball, Greg.
Nice job. Nice job. A little bit of unsettled situation right now for Moeller, a little confusion. Frazier
with the shot and a save off the pipe.
He forced that a little bit, but I still think it was a good shot.
It was a great shot. Great save by the Moeller goalie. It's going to still be offensive ball possession by Indian Hill.
Now, what we saw the other night in the Lakota East game, especially in the fourth quarter, once the Braves got set in their offense, which you can tell right now with Coaster in the center, they get 2 rotations, call it 2, maybe 3 rotations, and it really throws the opposition defense off as they swing the ball left to right. So let's see if they can get that ball moving around.
Brad Collins with the shot, nobody behind to back up. This is going to be Moeller's ball.
I think that was a little early, Rob. I think the Braves could have been a little more patient there, move the ball around. You've got a tie ball game.
This is not good. We're subbing on this clear, which is giving them basically a free clear up the field. And our defense is not settled. They've got their touch. They're in their offensive end. They're bringing it back to X.
Really a nice clear there by Jacob Rogan.
Now, Jacob Rogan's a sophomore. He's a great young player, has a lot of potential. I think we'll see him playing at the next level someday. Shot and goal.
Outside shot there, not a lot Matt Young could do. Braves probably need to step up to the ball. Braves looking to make some adjustments there at halftime as well, trying to figure out how to slow down this Moeller offense. Looks like Braves probably need to be a little bit more aggressive at the top there, deny that. Moeller appears to be comfortable to run the ball from up top and from down at X.
I'd like to see our defense get a little more physical when they are pressing out. They tend to play off the ball. Sturgis with the face-off win there.
This is the challenge here. This is what Moeller does well, this transition fast break.
And a save by Young in the cage.
Great job by Matt Young. Go ahead and allow the Braves to recover and get settled into a defensive position. Now, it's important for the Braves to try to hold this 1-goal disadvantage.
I think the Crusaders are a little shocked at how good these Braves are. There's another turnover by Ryan Mullaney, who gives the ball to Matt Young, who'll start the clear for the Braves.
Really an odd offensive set by Moeller, having one guy at X with the other 5 guys up the restraint line. Whatever that play was going to
Matt Carrier with
develop.
The clear coming down into the box. Are we successful? He gets the touch.
As you see here in this slow break situation, Braves are subbing in, still getting ready to set up their offense. Coaster gets there in front of the
Is Owen
front of the
Taylor
goal.
trying to dodge through his defender?
It's a great experience for Owen Taylor. He's going to be going up against upperclassmen in just about every game.
Owen Taylor is going to be one of those kids that we hear about for the next 4 years. He's only a freshman, but he's got a lot of poise. He sees the field really well. Frazier got to pick up the ground ball. Frazier dishes it back to Brendan Moore.
Good job. One more. Oh, and
Brendan
a push to
Moore
the back.
loses it.
Unfortunately, are they going to get that with possession?
No, they're going to give it. It's going to be a loose ball push.
Loose ball push. Braves get the ball back. Again, I still think the Braves need to be content to move this ball around, just wheel it. Let's see if we can get this ball wheeled around a couple times.
Sloppy ball handling out there.
Well, they seem to be trying to force things, trying to push it.
Nice stop by the goalie, Carl Koster with the shot. Moeller's going to try to get their clearing offense going here.
Braves
Clearing
fall back
it
in
up
a
to number
defensive
21.
position. Braves have 5 in the box, now 6 in the box. We're even up. Moeller appears to be looking to wheel the ball from X.
This half, we need to make sure that Finn Quibel stays out of the penalty box, Greg.
Yeah, Sturgis with a nice move there, Rob. He's quick. Quick first step.
Quick. Quibel's probably our best defender right now on the field. Has the most experience. Playing close is new for him. And Moeller scores again.
It's pretty much the same spot. That's going to be a challenge there. Braves are going to have to step out to the ball there. You can't give that much time and room.
That was Colin Rice with the shot and goal.
Right around the hash mark there on the 20-yard line. And that's just a shot that if they don't force that and contest that shot a little bit, it's going to be a big challenge for Matt to pick it up and catch that ball coming in.
Well, they gave him lots of time to shoot that ball. He actually faked it twice on Matt before he shot
just too
the
much
ball,
time.
which is just too much
Too
time.
much time.
That's Markowitz.
Ball's going to come back to the Braves
on,
here.
Moeller. It's going to be Braves ball.
Moeller struggles and faceoffs continue.
Push on Moeller.
That was a fortunate bailout right there because that was a bad pass. You can't get your ball. You can't get your teammate.
Taylor with the
catch
touch.
The ball right in front of traffic.
When the Braves move the ball quickly, Moeller's defense gets out of position very quickly. When we hold on to the ball too long, their defenders are very good playing physical, playing sticks, and that was trying to get the ball into Carl. I like that. I like that play. It's going to be a loose ball push on Braves. No, they call it against. They call it against.
In favor
Moeller.
of the Braves. In favor of the Braves. I think you get the ball out of here. There we go. Let's wheel and get this play set up. Braves pushed it a little bit, even though they're only down by 2 goals. Need to work it around. 5 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. Still a lot of time left to go in this game. Frazier wants to set it up from X. Got 5 players in front of the goal.
That was a forced pass. Not probably a good idea. And this is where Moeller's going to try to take advantage because we've got our offensive middies out there, and as you can see, some of our offensive middies just don't come up. Shot wide.
Moeller retains possession, sending the ball up from X as the Braves start to recover.
Favoring that ankle, which is against this Moeller offense, is probably not going to be a good sign for us.
Not a disadvantage you want to go in with. Moeller coaching staff getting their subs in. Calling the play from the sideline.
They're going to try to get the ball to Colin Rice again out on the wing. He's open again.
Brendan King directing traffic, getting his players, his teammates where he wants them on the field. Braves did a good job. They reacted that time, coming on the other side.
Just with the pass, and a pass that goes errant is going to be Braves ball.
It looked like, Rob, that time they set the Braves up to see if it was going to be open, the same sweet spot it's been the previous 2 goals, and then rotate the ball quickly to Sturgis to see if they can catch him on the other side. Braves.
There we go. Quibel with the clear again.
Quick to react there.
Up the field.
Quibel hanging that stick a little bit. Fortunate he's so fast.
But we've got to get a touch. We've got to get the touch, Craig. We have 30 seconds from possession. There we go. We've got the touch. That's a successful clear by the Braves, who will now pull it out to set up their settled offense. As you can see, we've subbed guys in again.
Now we're in our settled right here. Now let's see if we can get this ball.
That's not good.
Again, we have to wheel the ball a couple times.
Now we're going to be. This is unsettled. Let's see if Young can come up with a big stop.
I really don't understand the.
Moeller's just going to pull it out and be content with setting up their offense.
That's a page that Indian Hill players could really follow, because that's 3 possessions in a row that Indian Hill has lost the ball trying to force it inside. We saw in the first half, patience allows the Braves to figure out what the Moeller defense is going to give them. And the Moeller defense has had given them plenty of opportunities. Plenty of cracks in that armor if they want to move that ball around.
Moeller with the ball back at X. Collins brings it back up
really
top.
Spreading the ball wide, all the way up near midfield.
Sturgis still has the ball, trying
Fake
to do
ball
the hidden
play.
ball trick, and he's going to dump it out. Who's going to
popular
swing
fourth
it?
grade play?
Swing it. They're trying to get the defense to get jittery.
Braves not biting. Braves playing solid defense right now. Playing out a little further, like we talked about earlier, Rob. They must be able to hear us up here in the booth.
Good coaching call on your part, Greg.
Braves defense communicating well, squaring up. Not reaching for the ball.
I think this is a mismatch with Brendan Moore on Rice.
This is the same play we had before, too, as you notice. Moeller brings 4 guys up just below the restraint line, sets somebody on the crease. Similar result.
It's going to be white
Braves
ball.
Braves ball. Nice job, Braves. 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Braves still trailing by 2.
Pick it up and go.
Looking for a quick restart here. Got to wait for the referee's whistle. Unfortunately, that gives Moeller an opportunity to recover. Tackman looking to ride hard. No. Phantom ride. Braves move the ball up. Get a touch in the box. Braves looking to set it up right now. Moving the ball around. Showing that patience we want to see. Austin Schneider coming across the crease. Nice patience. Nice patience. Looks like Frazier's going to have room if they can get him the ball over there.
They're going to do a little back and forth here.
Who's that
behind
play?
the cage.
Is that Grant Clark on Frazier right now?
That is, and Grant Clark is a junior who's already committed to play at the next ranks. And Frazier with the shot. It goes wide and out of bounds.
Is that an inside roll there?
Yep.
Looks like Grant's going to kind of concede the inside to him. Frazier's so big and strong. Schneider using speed. Wisely pulls the ball back out. Moves the stick away from the defender. Braves setting up. This is exactly what we wanted to see, Rob. If you notice, the Moeller defense appears to be...
And it's going to be a flag on number 15, Grant Clark.
I think multiple flags, but on the same call. That just both referees on that side of the field saw it.
The Braves are going to go man up. We call that in lacrosse EMO, extra man opportunity. Moeller's going to be playing down a man. They'll be playing a 5-man defense, Greg. The Braves have done a great job of converting on EMO tonight. And let's see if they can continue to do it. Let's see what this call is, Greg. Cross check to the head. It's going to be a 1 minute. I guess he didn't call it to the head. It was just a cross check. There's Owen Taylor on the man up opportunity here.
Again, Braves setting up all 6 players above GLE, giving everybody a shot and everybody's a threat. Moeller coming out a little further than the Braves were when they were man down. Wanting to challenge it. Moeller not as concerned. Whoa, that's a
wide.
Frazier wanted that one.
We got lucky there.
Yep.
One thing about most goalies is most people don't realize this. The goalies are very athletic. They're very quick. And if you don't run towards that ball, they're probably going to beat you to that inline, Greg.
It's genetics, Rob.
I think the Braves are going to hold this ball to the end of the quarter to start the quarter with a man-up opportunity. I think that's what their plan is.
Braves, Moeller continuing to challenge the Braves when they're man up. Don't appear to have a lot of faith in the Braves' ability to pass and catch in open field.
So, Greg, it's end of 3, and we're at 7-9. We'll start the fourth quarter with the Braves man up. I believe we have about 30 seconds left in the man-up opportunity. Let's see if the Braves can convert and make this a one-point game going into the fourth quarter.
Well, it appears to be a good chess match. Both coaching staffs made some adjustments during the halftime, came out, and largely the teams appear to follow those adjustments. What we've got here is about as close to a stalemate as you can get. Obviously, Moeller content to have a 2-goal advantage, but they're not going to rest on this during the fourth quarter. They're going to have to push the ball. I think the Moeller coaching staff and the players alike realize that they're going to give up some additional goals, and putting up a 9 spot on the board is not going to be enough to get this done. So they're going to continue to push the ball. Braves need to be patient, need to take advantage of the opportunities they get when they touch the ball. And, of course, as you mentioned in the first quarter, Moeller can't score if the Braves hold the ball. So when the Braves get those possessions, they need to control them, work the ball around, take good shots, and they've proven that they can execute. Coach McKay has made his adjustments.
You know, these teams come into this matchup in lax power ratings right now, which is kind of our version of the AP poll for high school lacrosse. At 29th for the Indian Hill Braves and 30th for the Moeller Crusaders. It's very early in the season, but if you look at the 10-year history of these teams against each other, they're about 50-50 against each other, Greg.
Well,
so
that's across the state of Ohio. So those are the state rankings. That's D1 and 2 combined. Of course, Indian Hill plays D2, and Moeller is a D1 program. Indian Hill content to play a D1 schedule. All 3 of their first opponents this season have D1 teams, and of course the Braves are 2-0.
And the Braves score early by Pug.
Nice
Schneider.
job. Nice job.
Awesome dodge. So this game at 11:41, Greg, is a one-point game with the Braves scoring quickly. If we can continue to do this, Greg, I don't know that the Moeller defense can hold our offense.
I think the Moeller defense is concerned, and the longer Indian Hill has the ball on offense, the more concerning it appears the Moeller coaching staff and the Moeller players are playing on the field. I do agree, especially when we're man up. We appear to be able to move that ball quickly.
So let's see if Markowitz can keep his success on the face-off X, and he does. So it's Markowitz with the ball, getting it. Markowitz is going for a goal, and he shoots and scores.
And
Markowitz scores. Oh no, they didn't score. They didn't score a goal.
I believe crease violation there. They're calling a crease violation. Unfortunately, Moeller was caught off guard there. Nice job by Markowitz. Good job by the Braves defense to recover.
Sturgis with the ball out top. They're going to bring it back out, try to settle their offense in.
It appeared what the Braves did there is that I think Markowitz was aware of that, since they haven't pushed the ball much in transition. They caught Moeller sleeping on that.
Ooh, there's no.
Unfortunately, nobody slid over there. I'm pretty sure that was Ryan Mulaney's. Was that?
That would have been Ryan Mulaney that should have made that second slide.
It was his guy. Moeller did a good job. They moved the ball so quick, forcing the entire Braves defense to slide, and they missed the open man there.
You know,
just under 11 minutes to go.
What we call one on none, which is one offensive player against the goalie. It's a tough game for a goalie, especially when you're that close in, 5 yards from the goal line, which actually puts you about 3 feet off the crease.
Moeller picks up a rare face-off win, looking to pad their 2-goal lead right now with just under 11 minutes to go. Sloppy pass there. Now let's see if the Braves play a little more aggressive, or if they're content to sit back and see if Moeller makes a mistake.
You know, Greg, I'm shocked that Moeller hasn't recognized that Markowitz is not part of our normal defensive set, and that when they win the face-off that they don't push harder to get the ball into scoring position.
They've had a couple nice goals in transition, but they're certainly content to pull it back out. Looks like Eric Reynolds calling for the ball. He wanted that. That's where he scored from before. He likes that spot. Critical here that Patrick Amato sees that and gets on him quickly. No need for time and room. Nice lift by Patrick Amato there.
Nice save by Young in the cage.
Nice contest there on the front porch. Braves defense working as a team, allowing a contested shot to come across.
Moeller's going to try to start this up quickly, but they've bobbled the ball.
Amato, a one-man defensive machine there, covering two guys.
So Colin Rice is going to try to move this ball quickly and get that open shot. He's bringing it inside. They bring it back outside.
Braves defense has been well coached to lift on those checks. Have you noticed that, Rob?
Yeah, they have.
Not over-pursuing, not over-committing.
Troy Stalin, the new coach and defensive coordinator, has done a great job taking this inexperienced defense and really making them play solid team defense tonight. Swing.
Braves starting to chase
shot,
a little bit.
Another shot gone high by Collins.
When Moeller gets that switch going, it is a little bit of a challenge for the Braves to stay man.
They've recognized
that. Pulled out a little bit. Quick restart by the Moeller Crusaders. Again, there we go. Patrick Amato coming out. He likes that spot. Good job by Mack. Braves playing solid defense.
That's going to be we're going man down here, Greg, and this is probably going to be a non-releasable. And it's a
Unfortunately,
shot.
that was again a situation where the Crusader player moved forward, bent down, and a slap check. We were talking earlier about how important those lift checks are. That slap check rode up, and I think it got him near the helmet, and they're going to call that every time.
So it's a 1 minute slash is what they actually called, which plays to the Braves' benefit. You know, our man-down defense has done a great job tonight, Greg, and these guys need to be really proud of where they've come in such a short time. Again, it's for the Braves, part of their best defense is controlling that ball on the offense, and we've now been in the defensive set now for almost 3 minutes.
Moeller moves to that 1-4-1 offense we saw before, alternating those two crease players back and forth, trying to bang somebody open, and they'll take these outside four players that are going to wheel this ball, and they're going to compress it tighter and tighter as they orbit the ball around the Braves defense.
Bringing it out top to King.
Staying in that 1-4-1.
They're just looking for the Braves to make the slightest mistake to get an open shot.
Sliding the ball back out.
And there it is.
They did there is they slid all three of those Crusader players up by their straight line, freeing up one person on the crease.
Assist from Colin Rice to number 3, who is...
number 3 is Zach Warner.
Zach Warner with the goal.
Who was the lone man left on the crease. Braves did not recognize. Oddly enough, when the Crusaders pulled 2 guys on the crease, Braves were covering them. When they got down to 1, the Braves had moved up to try to make sure they protect themselves from the outside shot. 3-goal deficit, just under 8 minutes to go. Certainly not an insurmountable lead.
Holding on Moeller again. It's going to be Markowitz with the ball again.
Markowitz picks up the ball again.
He's going to get his touch quickly.
Again, plenty of time. Just under 8 minutes to go in the game. Braves need to work it down, but a good, long, solid possession here with a goal would go a long way to getting the Braves back into the game.
And Moeller's defense is pressing out. I think they're recognizing that we're trying to hold the ball too much, taking a shot. Ground ball needs to come up Braves.
That's number 11 for Moeller. I don't know who that is. Apparently a transfer that just joined the team tonight. Ball down. Braves have an open net, and Braves take advantage of it.
With the missed clear opportunity by Moeller in transition, the Braves knocked the ball loose by Ben Frazier, feeding the ball down to Collar.
Grant Clark couldn't do anything. Standing in front of the crease, Grant tried to step in, but when the goalie comes out of the cage like that, it's really important for the team to be able to advance that ball in transition. It's just too dangerous.
So here we go. It's a 2-point game again. We've got 6:55 to go.
Yes, just under 7 minutes. Rob, momentum seems to still be a stalemate. That's a
gonna
push.
That's going to be a push.
A push that was not called.
No.
Refs want to go home early tonight, too. And now we get a push.
Oh, come on. It's loose ball.
Refs
It's loose
gonna-
ball. They're conversing. They're waving the flag off. It's going to be a loose ball push against the Braves, giving the ball to Moeller.
Well, fortunately for the Braves, they don't end up man down there, but there was a push in the back earlier. So the referees who have called a fairly decent game tonight may have missed one there.
Yeah, I think they missed the one at the face-off by Sturgis against Markowitz.
Yep.
And then picked us up for the loose ball push as Moeller was bringing it into the box.
Braves probably need to play a little bit tighter here. Still plenty of time to go. 2-goal advantage by the Crusaders. 6.5 minutes to go in the game. Wheeling the ball around. Back to X, coming up to attack the crease. Ball on the ground. Running through the ground balls.
That's going to be a loose ball push on Moeller that time.
Maybe a makeup call, Rob? And we get a whistle.
Brendan King is going to be served a penalty for unsportsmanlike.
I think his emotions got the better of him right there.
Yeah.
What are the referees talking about here, Rob?
Well, they're trying to figure out, is this going to be a non-releasable penalty? Is it going to be a technical? Moeller definitely lost their composure on that. And the Braves defense, again, playing very well. Technical, 2-minute non-releasable penalty against the Moeller senior.
That is huge. At this point in the game, 6:16 to go in the fourth quarter. Braves have the ball with a 2-minute non-releasable man-up advantage. Let's hope Coach McKay has got his Braves ready to go.
I think you're going to see Matt Carrier with.
Rob, how many timeouts do we have left in the game? Do you know? Scoreboard doesn't reflect it.
I think we have 2 left and they have 2 left.
We may see Coach McKay, if we score here, use a timeout to set up another play. Braves set up again, all 6 players north of GLE looking to move the ball. Moeller, again, does not seem to have a lot of confidence in the Braves' ability to hold on to the ball.
They've recognized that the Braves get sloppy in their passing, and this is not good.
Looking to kill the clock, have to double the ball
We should be doubling the ball.
Yeah, Moeller needs to double.
Ball's down on the ground. It's got to be white ball.
Moeller quickly calls a timeout when they have possession. Smart move by the Moeller coaching staff.
You know, Greg, this is where poise comes into play. Indian Hill had Moeller where they wanted him. We're man up 2 minutes, non-releasable, and we just had sloppy ball handling and turned the ball over, only burning up 30 seconds of the penalty.
Braves assuming that when they're north of the restraint line and they're outside the box, they're going to be able to move that ball easily when they're in a man-up situation. And they should realize by now it hasn't been the case. Moeller more than happy coming out and attacking that ball, attacking those passing lanes, and getting a stick on the Braves player, getting that ball down to the ground, and they're winning the ground balls. They're aggressive when they're in a man down. It's cost them on a couple scores, but it's also allowed them to get some turnovers. Right now, the Moeller coaching staff is going to set up a stall play of some kind, and I would imagine Coach McKay's guys have instructed the Braves players to double the ball. And,
I think what we're going to see here is we're going to see Mac Carrier going wherever the ball goes.
Trying to follow it. So it's going to be important for the Moeller Crusaders players to move that ball around as quick as they can. Ball on the pass certainly moves a lot faster than running it.
You know, they call this game the fastest game on 2 feet, but Matt Carrier is probably the fastest man out there tonight. And I think you're going to see Matt Carrier chasing the ball to double it and try to gain possession. He's probably the best defensive short stick that we have out there. And if anybody can dislodge the ball, it's going to be Mac. Again, Mac's going to be playing D1 football at Butler next year on a full ride scholarship.
Tremendous athlete. Braves do go to double the ball, similar to a trap in basketball, looking to use the sideline to their advantage.
Can't let him dodge through. There it
is
is.
down.
There it is.
Carrier has
Matt
it. It's a
Carrier with the
transition.
clear. That's
Again,
a turnover on Colin Rice, the senior from Moeller.
We're going to see Carrier just run this ball all the way downfield and set up the Braves offense.
Greg, you know what? I love watching him run because
Tim McKay, Coach McKay does use his timeout.
So we have a little over a minute and about 12 seconds left
on that
in the penalty.
unreleasable. Coach is probably going to try to call a quick opportunity here to score and then set up a second play during this timeout. We'll see if the Moeller coaching staff continues to instruct their players to play aggressive here and try to deny those passing lanes and turn the ball over again, and whether or not that opens up an opportunity for the Braves to score. What we might see here is that the Crusaders decide to go ahead and play a little more patient defense, suck it in tight to the goal, and force the Braves to use about a minute or more of this penalty. Brendan Frazier appears to be happy coming on the field, trying to get his team fired up.
You know, again, this is coming down to who's playing tighter defense and who controls the ball more on offense. The Braves have definitely controlled the clock time-wise for this game. I think the possession clock probably would be in favor to the Braves by a couple minutes, but they just have not been able to convert.
Faceoffs have been really a tremendous favor for the Indian Hill Braves tonight. Okay, Braves, let's go. Move this ball around.
But we have to make good passes. And I think
Moeller continues to attack.
Well, see, I think Moeller's recognized that that we have a couple ball handlers out there that are not as efficient as like Frazier and Collins, who are incredible ball handlers. Some of our middies who are great scorers get in a little bit of trouble when they try to go through traffic. So they're pressing out.
Braves are in a different set, though, aren't they here, Rob? Braves
trying to make them nervous. That's going to be a penalty on Moeller. We're going two-man up.
Two-man up right now. And the Braves came out of that. Instead of going in that 3-3, did you see they came out in a 1-3-2?
Yeah.
2-3-1, depending on how far north you live. Momentum appears to be turning.
So let's see what this penalty call is. If it's a hold, it'll be a 30-second penalty. It's a hold. It's a technical. So they're playing two-man down for 30 seconds. Both men. One will be released at 4:13. The other one will be released at 4:11.
Braves lacrosse fans really getting into it right now. Announced attendance 5,283 tonight.
Nice save by the Moeller goalie.
Braves retain possession.
It's going to be Braves ball.
It's critical
Should
here.
be a quick start. Should be a quick start.
Braves need to get a goal here. Two-man up advantage.
Nice.
And there they go.
Quick goal.
Now we're at a one-point game, 11-10. 4:09 to go in the fourth quarter. Braves have momentum. The crowd is on their side. And we're still in a man-up position, aren't we there, Rob?
Yeah, I think this man-up position must have come at about the 6-0.
One man up. They had it released, right?
Yeah, the technical releases, and now we're one man up on that non-releasable penalty. But I'm pretty sure this is going to release here in the next 3 or 4 seconds, Craig.
At this point, Braves, it'd be nice if the Braves could use this man-up position, but more than anything, they need to retain possession. One goal game, Braves have the ball.
Oh, Carl, we have to take care of that ball, guys. We have to take care of that ball. It's got to be Brave ball. Frazier comes up with the ground ball. It's back down on the ground.
Braves do not have a touch yet, do they?
No, they got to get the touch. Carl Koster, the big man, just clobbers through his guy. Frazier with the shot. It's going to be white ball still.
Backed up. Nicely backed up by Oscar Schneider.
And we are all even on the field now, Greg. It's a 10-11 game. Braves ball. We're back to playing settled lacrosse here.
Let's see. Probably a Sports Center play of the day.
I don't think that guy thought Carl Koster could run through him, and you know this game, if it stays this close for the next 3 minutes, is probably going to continue to increase in physicality as well as intensity.
You know, it's a shame it's a little overcast tonight, because otherwise he would have had a beautiful view of the stars. Indian Hill, they're beautiful.
Carrier with the ball, bringing it down to Frazier, who's throwing it back to Collins at X. I'm sorry, that's Austin Schneider with
and Frazier
with the goal.
We are all
tied up with
2:53 to go in the game. Braves defense is getting into it, the Braves fans are into it, and the Braves players are into it.
That 5,000 plus crowd is just going crazy now.
Really getting ruckus. I'll tell you what, they're excited because they know if we get to 20 goals, It's free pizza for every fan. We've got to get 9 goals in the next 2 minutes and 53 seconds to make that happen, and the fans are rooting for their Braves. They want their pizza.
This is a big face-off for Markowitz, who's had a great night. Let's see if he can continue going with his wins.
Markowitz does. No, no, unfortunately, Markowitz had position.
Get back in defense.
Moeller does a nice job. Now, this is probably the most critical defensive possession we've had all night.
And we don't have our defensive set out there right now.
No, what we'd like here really more than anything is probably the Moeller coach to call a timeout. And we may get
this is going to go Braves' way. That ball's going out of...
Nope.
Yeah, that ball went out of bounds. It's going to be Braves' ball.
Braves have it. Braves have it.
That's another critical turnover by the Moeller Crusaders. Call time, coach.
Matt Young scoops at the ball. Matt Young will run his clear the way he wants to. Nice job getting that ball upfield.
And to Brendamore, who's going to get the touch. And they're
nicely done, Braves.
They're going to pressure this ball pretty quickly.
Textbook example of a transition clear.
That was a great clear.
Using your goalie, using the entire field, reversing the sides, moving the ball up the alley. Braves are going to go ahead and hold the ball here a little bit. We need to be careful with the passes.
I think the Braves would be content with burning up about a minute on this clock, getting a couple shots in the last minute, and hopefully winning it. Nice save, but it's Carl Kosser kicking the ball out to Collins. It's loose. It's loose ball still. It's loose ball still. It's got to be Braves. It's going to go out on the Braves.
Referee's going to confer.
It's going to be Moeller ball. The Braves need to ride on this.
They do decide Moeller ball.
Moeller, we need to ride heavy on this.
Moeller, similar to the Braves, uses their goalie to reverse the field, get that ball upfield. Braves need to go ahead and slow this down right here. Get recovered into the box. We've got a couple unaccounted for, man.
Nice save by Matt Young late in the game.
Matt Young.
The senior goalie comes up big with that save.
We tell our third graders you got to go high to low, and fortunately for
Frazier's going to run this ball back to X. And Braves call a timeout.
Braves call a timeout. We've got 54 seconds to go in the game, all tied up 11-11. Moeller Crusaders and Indian Hill locked in another tight matchup. It seems like it's the same way year after year.
Greg, that was a huge defensive stand by the Braves to get this ball with the last minute. They're going to set up this play for a one-shot win.
Absolutely, Rob. They're going to use all the time left on the clock. We've seen that Moeller is going to try to shoot the ball as soon as they get it. Matt Young showed tremendous poise there in the crease, and not only making the stop, but also getting that ball out of his stick, back upfield again in that transition, so the Braves were in a position to call timeout. Braves have the momentum on their hand right now. I think the Braves' preference would be to go ahead and win this game in regulation. As much as the fans wanted to go to overtime, I think at this point Coach McKay and his coaching staff would be just as happy if the Braves go ahead and put one in here near the end of the game.
For those viewers new to lacrosse, in lacrosse we go to a sudden death overtime. So whoever possesses the ball first tends to win.
Rob, I'm gonna assume a couple hours into this broadcast that anybody new to lacrosse has probably turned off the television by now. But
probably so. They probably haven't enjoyed listening to you or I.
I do appreciate the education.
We'll have to get Sam Johnson, the expert on lacrosse in Indian Hill.
Well, Sam Johnson is our field reporter, and we've tried to go to him on several occasions. Unfortunately, we've had some technical difficulties. I understand every time we've tried to go to him, he's been getting food from the concession stands.
See, this is what we didn't want.
Trail check there. Fortunate Braves come back up with it. Don't need to force the ball here. Do not need to force the ball here. Need to actually get the ball back. And the Braves draw a penalty.
Draw a hold penalty. This is going to be a 30-second holding call against the Moeller Crusaders.
34 seconds to go in the game. Just about eats up the entire game. Braves are going to be up, man-up advantage. Let's see what Coach McKay calls. Are they going to come in that 3-3, or are they going to go ahead and set up their offense with a player at X, Rob? Looks like they're going back to that 3-3. Referee calls for the ball to be started outside the box in the alley. Crowd is ready. Brad Collins going to start off with the possession.
They've got to reset the clock. We had a premature start on the
Should be
clock.
33-4. That, and I think they wanted, the referee's double checking to see what the goal count is for the free pizza. It is 20 goals. We're not going to get there tonight.
Should be 33-3, but they're setting the clock at 33.
I was told there'd be no math. Braves go ahead and start the ball. Quick restart.
Again, this penalty is going to release 3 seconds before the end of the game or on the next goal by the Braves. So let's see what,
Sloppy. Braves have got to get this ball back.
Oh, that's a tough call. They just called offsides on.
Moeller calls a timeout with possession. They're going to hold this ball. They may try to get a shot off to close the game out, but they're going to hold the ball. Unfortunate.
I think, Greg, what they're going to do is they're going to hold the ball for 10 seconds, try to get the guy coming in off the penalty to streak across the field for a quick dump and a shot with time expiring.
Yeah, that's how I draw it up, Rob.
That's been our Achilles heel tonight.
Coach McKay is no stranger to that, and he's going to set his players up to make sure they're playing man aggressive, but not too aggressive, and they know Moeller's going to take a shot. Moeller's not going to go down holding the ball. There's really no advantage there. Looks like we may go to overtime, but the Braves can hold the defense.
The good news in lacrosse, there is no extra charge for another period. You get to play for free.
That's awesome. Fans here will be happy. We won't have to exit the stands and come back and refill.
Though I think our pay doesn't go up either, Greg.
No, I think we get 2 Skyline cheese conies for the entire game, whether it's overtime or not. I do like my Skyline cheese conies, though, Rob.
I do too. So, which coaching staff? Both of them new to the varsity level here in Southwest Ohio. McGinnis coming down from Columbus as a varsity coach to coach at the prestigious Moeller High School lacrosse program.
Referees conferring, making sure they've got control of the probably when they're going to release the penalty. He's coming on the field. Early in the season for the players, the coaches, and the referees. Moeller dropping 4 in the box. Doubling the ball up top.
And they're going to go for a quick. That's going to be Braves ball. Oh, that's a bad.
That's an unfortunate call. They gave the ball back to Moeller with 2.2 seconds to go. Moeller should be released. They should be at full speed. Looks like the referee's calling for time, probably a reset on the clock. They're going to take it back up to somewhere around 6 seconds. Home clock might have been a little bit quick there. We're going to make it 5 seconds. Split the difference. Moeller
again, the penalty will release quickly in about 2 seconds.
The player in the box does not seem to be in any sort of a hurry to get downfield, though. Probably thinking about those Skyline cheese conies himself.
I would imagine so.
Braves looking to double, deny a pass here, deny the pass. They're going to go ahead and
ball
eat this
down
play up.
And time.
We are going to go to overtime here. Braves in a good position, you know, if they could just build on the momentum they had there in the 4th quarter. I see no challenges for the Braves to go ahead and finish this game
Craig,
off in due fashion.
I'm a little confused on the penalty because I thought it would release at about 3 seconds. It didn't. So I don't know if we're going to start the overtime period.
It is possible we're going to start with a man up.
With a man up situation.
There can't be much time left on the clock, though. That penalty is about run out.
We'll see. So Moeller's bringing out number 32 to do the face-off, it appears, or.
No, I think they're going to go ahead and they calling for a captain here. I think they're just calling for a captain to be able to.
And Michael Hamilton has stepped out as captain. He is a captain on the team. Unfortunately, he got injured in that scrimmage and is unable to play.
Coin toss. Coin toss appears to go in Indian Hill's favor. Indian Hill chooses to guard the what would be the west goal. The Tomahawk Stadium configured in such a way that is the quieter goal.
Ben Frazier's coming out on the field trying to get the crowd excited. Though for many of these kids, I think it might be past their bedtime.
It is a school night, Rob, and we've got tests and quizzes and projects due tomorrow. So I think many of the young children have gone home, but there are plenty of the 5,000 in attendance tonight that are still here cheering on their Braves to victory.
So at the face-off X one more time for Indian Hill is Sam Markowitz. Can he win another face-off? And he does. He wins this one. He's got to get it to our offensive side. Ball down. He picks up his own ground ball.
Braves called timeout with the ball.
We have a penalty on the. We have a penalty on the.
Are they calling Markowitz on the penalty?
No.
No, we've got a subbing. We've got a sub here. Moeller players appear to be confused. Braves players getting set up.
So this penalty would have to be going against Moeller because it's a slow whistle in lacrosse that as long as you still possess the ball, they will not call the penalty.
Looks like it was not with possession. I think it's just going to be a turnover. Is 18 going to go take a knee?
No, it's going to be it's 18's taking it. Nope, they waved it off.
They waved out the penalty.
So it's push.
Smart by the referees to get together, just to push without possession, giving Indian Hill the ball.
And Matt Carrier is going to start this offense. The Braves need to take care of the ball. We need to just take our time. We need to move
really
the ball
no rush
around.
here.
We
There's
don't
no
need to
rush here.
attack. We need to just take our time.
Got to be careful. We need to throw those passes to the outside. Throw those passes to the outside hand. We're throwing them inside, and it's giving the Moeller Crusaders an opportunity to get those sticks up and knock down those passes.
Brad Collins with the shot. We got to hustle to the ball. Hustle to the ball. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
That's our ball. That's our ball.
Austin Schneider will start it.
Nice
on
hustle.
the restart.
Austin Schneider smart to wait till that ball went out of bounds and pick it back up instead of try to grab it over the line.
There goes Ben Frazier.
Ben Frazier wants this. He wants this right now. And he probably would be better served to pass the ball.
He's dropped the ball. It's on the ground. That's going to be a turnover by Austin
grabbing
Schneider.
the ball and having it fly at his stick. Maybe bring that stick up a little tighter to his mouth.
Matt Young's calling for his defense to drop quickly.
Next time, Frazier really needs to pass that ball and set that offense up. There isn't.
We don't need any heroes tonight. We just need.
Braves defense going to go ahead and play tight here. Nice recovery. Braves need to mark up now, find their man. There we go. Nice recovery. Moeller takes a timeout. Had a couple opportunities there in transition. Wisely pulled it back out. Moeller coaching staff wants to talk it over.
I'd like to thank the IHN TV network for the camera work tonight. I know he's wanting to go home, but all these lacrosse fans, all one of them that will probably watch this tonight, Coach McKay.
And a couple of the new people that just learned the sport. You've done a great job educating them in the rules, and I think at this point they're probably addicted to the game. Want to thank the entire staff at the Indian Hill Television Network. All 7 of the guys in the truck right now. Our staff on the field, our sound guys, and still missing sideline reporter Sam Johnston. Last time we saw him, he was reported to be under the stands, walking around looking for loose change.
So we have 2:32 left in this first overtime period. Braves defense needs to play tight. They need to play with their feet, body second, and not get behind their guys.
Moeller's gotten the Braves off kilter a couple times by switching. It's critical for the Braves players to find their man, stay between them and the goal, and keep their eyes head on the swivel, eyes on the ball, right, Rob?
Yep. So Moeller's bringing out Sturgis, King,
Matt Young
Collins.
calls how he wants to see his team set up. Moeller goes to that 1-4-1 variation with 2 guys on the crease. Let's see if they run their play they ran earlier, where they're going to pull one of those guys off the crease upfield, leaving one guy down low, trying to get one man freed up open on the front porch. Not overcommitting. Braves doing a good job with defense here. Sticks out, looking to lift.
Again,
Content to let Moeller pass the ball around north of the restraining line.
I think Moeller thinks they've got a good matchup with King against Mulaney, but I like Mulaney's footwork much better than King's, and I think Mulaney's done a great job all night.
They certainly look like they're setting up an isolation play for him. He gets the jump
and
right there.
That just didn't work.
Unfortunately, that was the matchup that Moeller wanted to see. They were able to execute this
you
time.
know, I think we're going to have a concussion in that pile.
Great effort by the
One
Braves.
of the Moeller guys just got clocked.
Great effort by the Braves. Plenty of opportunities to takeaways to work on. Our final score tonight is 12-11. Moeller Crusaders steal one on the Indian Braves home
And
turf.
we have an injured Moeller player on the field from that pile up.
Indian Hill Braves coming up next. Indian Hill's got Milford. They're at Milford on the 11th. Moeller leaves the field tonight with a first victory in a few games, and they're going to head over to Lakota West on the same night on the 11th. They'll be playing at Lakota West. Good luck to both the teams in the remainder of the season. So players line up to shake hands. Congratulations to the Moeller Crusaders.
You know, the great thing about this about lacrosse is many of these guys are friends in the summertime. They play together all summer long, traveling the East Coast. And for a lot of them that are seniors, this night will be bittersweet for many of them as they had to play against good friends and have a lot of fun doing it. But somebody always has to come out on the bottom.
Rob, before we sign off, what takeaways do you have that the Indian Hill Braves can learn from this game and deploy throughout the rest of the season?
I think our offense needs to control the ball. They need to play with possession game and be patient. When they get a little.
Yeah, so possession will be the key. They're going to use patience. On behalf of Rob Young, I'm Greg Luschuk, and our missing sideline reporter, Sam Johnston. We thank you for watching the Indian Hill Braves lacrosse game.
The Indian Hill Television Network would not have been possible without the support of the following contributors: Buskin Bakery, Hoppy Sign Company, Tim Rudy, Mr. Cassidy, Steve Ginn, the Indian Hill Boosters, PTO, and Maintenance Department, and the ICRC. Exclusive coverage of tonight's game on the Indian Hill Television Network has been a copyrighted presentation of the Indian Hill High School Video Department.